Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. The game, in this particular instance, is wrong, because although it's showing us the kind of flyby focusing on Noki Bay, that's not where we're headed, and indeed, at the end of last episode, what we did was unlock the rocket nozzle, which I'm currently bearing, and that has actually unlocked us a new level, and it's showing Noki Bay, but Noki Bay is not the latest level we have access to, indeed. So, the rocket nozzle, as you know, we hold R to charge up, and then we can kind of like, oh bollocks, launch ourselves into the air with it. What we need to do here is come up to this little area behind the Shine Gate, stand here, and use the rocket nozzle again. And there's this pipe. This was shown to us during the kind of, when we saw Shadow Mario with the rocket nozzle, the kind of camera zoomed on here. And indeed, if we enter this pipe... Oh, for feck's sake. If we enter this pipe... Then we discover World 7, Pianta Village. Episode 1, Chain Chomplets Unchained. Now, Pianta Village is an extremely unusual location for a village because it's on top of a massive bottomless pit. If you fall off the village at any time, you will die. Well, if you land on the mushrooms, you might be fine, but otherwise... Anyway, the kind of deal with it, well, this level particularly, is firstly, I've mentioned that every level has its own specific type of goop. And this one is this red goop, which, if you touch it at all, causes you fire damage, so dangerous stuff. And the main goal for this episode are the chain chomplets that you can see. There's 3 of them kind of hopping their way around the level, and here is one indeed. They're on fire and will hurt you if you touch them, but if you spray them, they will kind of go dark and be a bit quiet. At this point, like Gooper Blooper, you can grab them with B and pull their tails back. If you pull their tail back far enough, there we go. They will go launching forwards, and what you need to do, your main goal in this level, is to get all of them into the water. Basically because they're a bit... Basically, they're like children. They're a bit rowdy because they've been allowed to stay up too late, and what they need is... Well, okay, that analogy about them being children worked until the part where where the objective of the level is to launch them into a body of water. Like so! And that's 2 of them kind of launched into the water. Basically, the deal is, apparently in the Mario universe, when chain chomps get a bit pissy, they get hot and bothered. Kind of like people in the real world, to be honest. And yeah, that's the kind of goal of this episode. So we've done 2 of them, and the 3rd one is just here. Give them enough of a kind of spray. Basically, spray them once and they'll come towards you. Oh, bollocks. Spray them until they are black. Oh, for feck's sake. Ah! Jesus, he's dealing some serious damage to me. There we go. Bloody hell. Oh god, I'm gonna die! Oh my god, I just got stuck on a bit of fiery goop! That's bollocks. Yeah, that can occasionally happen on Pianta Village, that the fiery goop, sometimes you just kind of get, like, it doesn't look like it, but then you have just got kind of stuck on it. Oh, he's about to set on fire again. Wallop! Oh, Jesus, okay. So that's another thing. The chain chomplets kind of bounce off targets and will have a tendency to kind of pong around, and then they'll be stunned for a while. And you basically, damn it, need to get it over towards the kind of water, but that's not working particularly well here. Oh, he's set back on fire. Fortunately, if they set back on fire, there's a brief grace period where they're on fire but don't move. That's pretty easy to kind of set them off fire again. Do want to, at this point, praise the kind of quite a unique design of the chain chomplets. It's quite cool looking. Anyway, with the 3rd one complete, Flood will tell you, remember, always be kind to your pets, and then... As is the usual, a shine sprite appears. Another interesting thing with Pianta Village that we'll see over the coming episodes is that there's a day and night cycle here. It's not always nighttime, and it depends on what episode you're doing. The first episode is always night, and then it alternates from there on episodes, so that's kind of interesting. But anyway. So our next episode, in Pianta Village, will be in the daytime. But we're not doing that, of course, not for a while. We're going to be going back to Pinna Park, because we haven't been there for ages. And we're going to be doing episode 5, The Runaway Ferris Wheel. I have such mixed opinions about this episode. So as you can see, the Ferris wheel's going absolutely loony, and those Electro Koopas, those darn Electro Koopas, are clearly to blame. And this episode, basically, we'll see how it goes. It can be fun. It can be like this, like Pinna Park's equivalent of the Cage Shine Sprite, that it's just a nice chance to kind of have a bit of a relaxing, enjoyable occasion on an episode and kind of not be introduced to a new boss or a new character or anything like that, but just kind of work your way through the level and it's enjoyable. But in reality, it is extremely rarely that. In reality, it is one of the most frustrating shines in the entire game, because here's the deal. We need to get all the way up to the top here, and so it's a maze of climbing things, and the main deal is these things, which when you spray them, flip round, and then they'll stay flipped for a certain amount of time before flipping back again. So, oh, there you go. That's the kind of time frame you have, not much. So what you actually need to do is climb up here, and then if you're climbing, you can still squirt forwards by just like pressing R, so that kind of works. Then we spray these two to the side, then we can get onto here, and we're kind of onto the next section here. And it kind of proceeds like that, but obviously it gets more annoying the further you go up. And then, as well, if you fall off, you of course fall all the way back down to the bottom. Shit, I've gone the wrong way, because there are... Oh! Okay, so I fell victim there to a thing I've talked about in the past of struggling to keep track of what buttons do what when you're climbing. I was climbing on a horizontal surface there, press B, meaning to punch through it, and that should have been A. My usual trick, as I say, is think about what jumping would do in that situation. I was, however, not thinking about that clearly. But no, we've got two Electro Coopers in the section up ahead, which we need to kind of get rid of before we can safely kind of proceed. So we need to move behind this one and punch it with B. But then the other one is on the same side I'm on here, so what we need to do is, well, we actually need to take care of it, that one, to be honest, because basically we just need one side to be free, and this side that we're on at the moment is currently kind of clear, because we took out the only Electro Cooper on it, so the only real threat is on the other side. We can punch him when we go past it, and indeed, wallop, but not strictly necessary. When we get to the end of this section, we can spray these things, and they'll swing out to the side, allowing us to move up to the next section. But if we stay on them, then we can get up here, and basically there are more Electro Coopers there, and there. They need to be taken care of first. With them out the way, we can... Oh! Now here's... Okay, we're on the other side of this. That wasn't exactly supposed to happen, but I guess it works. So let's get back around to the other side of this part. And then, like last time, we kind of spray these here, and they spin round. And now we can stay on this side, having cleared out the Electro Coopers, and kind of proceed upwards. This has gone really well. I don't think I've ever been this good at this, or this fortunate, depends how you think of it, because that's the end of it. Wow, that was incredibly straightforward. Bounce on this a couple of times, and you'll end up underneath the massive Electro Cooper, and just jump up through the tile. And that kills the fucker. Man, that normally takes me like... I've spent, honestly, hours on that section. I shit you not. It can be incredibly frustrating, but I guess... There, it just went surprisingly well for once. It's the opposite of the LPS curse. Usually the moment you press that record button on the capture card, everything goes to fucking hell in a handbasket, but we seem to have done alright there. But I will at this point take time to mention a brief kind of trick. It's not anything to do with what I'm doing at the moment. This is just there are 2 blue coins you can get up here and only up here, so since we bothered to come up here anyway... Oh shit, I think I've bollocksed it. Since we bothered to come up here anyway, might as well get them. There's a blue coin here, and if we do the inverse of basically spray this sigil... Or not. There we go. A blue coin pops out of... You're shitting me, right? Well, this is a good point to talk about what I was about to mention, because I would have to climb up normally the kind of manual way, but there is a kind of... Not cheating, but there's certainly a less than legitimate method for getting to the top. And you can do this right from the start, but I mentioned 2 episodes ago, or maybe this last episode, I can't quite remember. But basically, I mentioned in the past that when there is a cheaty way up somewhere and a legitimate way up, I will always show the legitimate way up first. But now I feel like I have shown the legitimate way up, so it's time to show the cheaty way up, which involves, firstly, coming up here. Bollocks. Ugh, I hate these bloody things. And once you're up here... Oh, no! That didn't last long, did it? Actually, it did. We actually survived. Once you're up here, come up here. So this is where the shine spawned at the end of red coins on the pirate ships. And what you can do, it's glitchy and weird, but you can basically completely cock it up, apparently. Have I ballsed it? I've ballsed it! Hey! Well, let's get back up there. Ironically, I've obviously cut it all out, but I feel like it's now actually taking me more time fanning around the glitchy way than doing this legitimate way. But basically what you need to do is flip over there, hover across here, and you will go straight through the kind of gaps in the Ferris wheel, and you're straight up here. If the Ferris wheel is spinning at full speed, like it was when the kind of... before we took out the Electro Cooper, it doesn't... you don't even have to time it with the Ferris wheel. You will just fly straight through the Ferris wheel as if it were not a solid object. It's great. But obviously I wanted to show going up the back way, but the back way didn't take that long. There's your second blue coin there. And then you will have noticed that the shine spawned on top of the kind of Ferris wheel area. So hop onto a thing on the way past. You can get onto this from the bottom, like down. You don't have to come up the back electric cooper way and then hop on. You can get off just from the bottom. Get on just from the bottom. But anyway, when you get to the top, there is, of course, your shine sprite. And also a nice view behind us. If you can see Delfino Plaza and Rico Bay and Gelato Beach and Serena Beach from there. Then you can actually see those palm trees in the distance are where Pianta Village is. The only level, interestingly, that you cannot see any other levels from it, and it cannot be seen from any other levels, is Noki Bay, which is on the far side of the island. It's kind of secluded in a little cove, so you never see it that way. Anyway, let's do a nice easy level. Gelato Beach, please. And we're going to do episode 6, Red Coins in the Coral Reef. By all accounts, a lovely level. Partly because it's really straightforward, and partly because, I think I've mentioned this in other videos, but for those of you who don't already know, I am by trade, I am a marine biologist. It's my kind of day job. Surprisingly, this channel isn't. This is just my hobby. But no, I've done exactly what we're going to do here, which is basically I have spent a lot of enjoyable time basically swimming on coral reefs and working with kind of reef fish and preserving those environments and all that stuff, and it's awesome. And I love that is literally my job. But this level is really straightforward, and basically it's 8 red coins, and they're all in this kind of coral reef area. Some of the coins, like that one, are labouring under the mistaken impression that they are fish, and will move with the shoal of fish and react as that shoal does. Equally, there are blue coins, like this one out here, that will also react as if they're a member of a shoal of fish, but they're relatively easy to get. Of course, we haven't done much underwater stuff in a while, so get back here! There we go. The thing to remember with underwater is watch your life. You will lose life every second you're underwater. Well, it's not every second, every unit of time you're underwater, but getting any kind of coin brings you back up to full health, including like red coins. So there's another red coin fish thing about to pass, so we just grab that and it brings us up to kind of full life. But these ones are all, much like a real life coral reef, they're pretty near the surface. I'm not saying that real life coral reefs have red coins on them. I'm saying that real life coral reefs are really close to the surface because, of course, corals need sunlight, so they're never more than about 20-25 meters deep. So they're always lovely. You don't even need to bother to be a diver. You can just kind of like snorkel on them, and it's lovely. Though I am as well a trained scuba diver. Hey, you're learning all about my backstory in this particular episode. I have an awesome life. It's great. Not to rub it in or anything, but anyway, enough of my shit. We've got 5 so far, and the other 3 are over in this section. I believe there's one underneath us here, is there? I think so. Yes, there is. This is one of the shortest and most straightforward shines in the entire game, because I think there's another one there. And we're missing one more. It's in this kind of gully bit. I can't... I always struggle with the final coin on a red coin shine, because I always seem to have a really good memory of where 7 are, and the 8th is always slightly more challenging. Because I guess there's always one that you forget, and I have certainly forgotten. Is it another fish one, or... I'm gonna save myself some embarrassment and cut the camera. Hey, I found it! Within 5 seconds of cutting the camera, it was just down there. When you get all 8, of course, the shine sprite appears. And it's just in the kind of the middle of the actual kind of coral reef. And that's a really straightforward shine. I think the red coin shines in this generally, the red coin shines and the floodless like bonus levels both serve in their own ways, which are very different, but both very much effective. They both essentially serve to break up the kind of otherwise very kind of similar feel of the game, and I think that, yeah, especially the 8 red coins do that really well. Anyway, let's head over to Noki Bay. And, well, red coins seem to be the theme, so let's continue with episode 3, Red Coins in a Bottle. And there is the eponymous bottle with Old Grandad Noki, which means I have to bring this voice out again, so this is going to be a whole heap of fun. Enjoy. I've got it, yes, I surely have got it. What have I got? Why, the answer to our polluted ocean problem, of course. And the answer is you! You must go down to the ocean floor. Of course, that is impossible for you at the moment. Therefore, I've made an area for you to hone your skills. Boop bop bop bottly buddly boo ta-da! Wear this and you can stay underwater for much, much longer. Use that flood to move around and get red coins, but don't overdo it. If you run low on air, here's what you do. Just grab some regular coins to refill your meter, okay? Now, shall we get started? And now we enter a kind of I guess it's got the feel of a secret level or something, but of course it's not. It's just a normal level. But like he mentioned, while we've got this helmet on, it takes us a lot longer than normal to drown. And the other difference with wearing the helmet is, as you can see, when you use Flood, you get a proper kind of boost. So in these levels, you don't actually like swim by pressing B like we were doing in the last level, the red coins of the Coral Reef. In fact, your swimming is all done just with the control stick to move around, and then just use the Flood to kind of thrust yourself around. And the 8 red coins in this are pretty straightforward to get. Oh no! Oh, that's the scary blowjob fish. He got me. You'll understand why I call it that if it ever catches me. Hopefully it won't on recording, but hey, we'll see it eventually. There's a third one here, just kind of... Oh no! Well, there's an water current on the bottom there that pushes you straight upwards through a load of those coins and theoretically delivers you straight to the red coin, but it didn't happen. Blowjob fish! Oh, he got me. He's got a huge gob that looks like he's performing fellatio, which is why I give him that particular name. I'm just very mature and hilarious. As you will have known if you've watched my videos. No, bollocks, I missed that red coin again. Can we get it from the top? I don't think we can, no. You kind of have to... I'm not pressing any buttons at the moment. It's bollocks. There we go. Nope. And there we go. We got it. And then I can see another one over there. Oh yeah, you can go into first person. I keep calling that first person mode, and it's not, of course, first person, but it's like, it gives you a slightly better view, so it's kind of first person in that respect. In this little alcove here is another one. In this level somewhere, I can't exactly remember precisely where it is, but it's somewhere near here, I think. Basically, if you look through one of these like little windows, you find a bit of a kind of Easter egg in this game. Is it that one, or is it... Okay, I can't actually remember which one it is. Is it there? There's a little door there, but basically, like, you saw these, you can't see it from the other side, but basically, I'll go over and have a bit of a closer look, because it's a madly interesting story, and one that's kind of captivated various fans of this game, because you see that door. If you kind of glitch out the camera so that you can see through that door, behind it is a book. There's a pedestal with a book on it. And it was kind of a long-running mystery of this game is, what does the book say if you can get through and read it? The answer is you can never get through and read it, so it kind of, in a sense, doesn't matter, but that's a bit of a kind of mystery with this level. It's always been going on, and you remember what I was saying earlier about the last red coin is always the issue, though I do not actually know where this one is, but I say that. Do I actually know where it is? The camera's going goofy, well, like the vision is going goofy because we're stuck at the corner of the bottle. Oh, there we go. This is going to take a bit of maneuvering to get to, but like, well, there is kind of this level isn't entirely pointless, like, well, obviously no level is pointless, but the crazy old Noki man was talking about doing this as kind of like training, and he is quite correct that the next level in Noki Bay does require this exact mechanic. This bottle kind of maneuvering yourself entirely with the hover nozzle is needed in the next level, so do bear in mind, do try and learn it here while you have the chance in relative safety, because, obviously, Shine's right here now, so obviously I was talking about the next level here, so let's keep the momentum going and come straight back to Noki Bay. And let's do episode 4, Eely-Mouth's Dentist. A fantastic episode title if ever I heard one. Oh, Mario, you're finally setting off for the ocean's bottom. Grandpa is waiting for you up top. Oh, and don't forget to wear this. You can use this rope as a shortcut to reach Grandpa. And it's nice for them to give us this because it basically cuts out the first quarter of scaling the cliffs. But essentially what we need to do here is get back to the top of the waterfall, the place where we uncorked the waterfall when we fought the Cannon Happy Mole in episode 1 of Noki Bay, which was, I think, 2 Let's Play episodes ago. So I'll just skip up there. So once you get up here, of course, we fought him here last time, but the Cannon Happy Mole is gone, and old Noki Grandpa Man is found here. Let's talk to him and bring the voice out again. It's twice in one episode, that's unpleasant. You look like you're ready. The gunk in the ocean is caused by a giant heel. It's moved into our ancestral home at the seafloor, and it's nursing some nasty cavities down there. Let's take a look. That voice is getting more and more of a caricature of itself, which is never a good sign. The newly uncorked waterfall created a gap in the pollution that you can use as an entrance. Jump right in there, dive to the bottom of the ocean and clean that eel's teeth. Doing so will ease his pain and he'll return from whence he came. No doubt about it. Now gather your courage and dive! I bollocks it up. I think I bollocksed it. No, we got it, we're fine. And here we see the kind of sub part of this level, the kind of hidden underwater city. But, oh, boss music. This level, of course, was called Eely-Mouth Dentist, and below us, the very sinister yellow lights you can see are the man himself. Worth noting, see these purple bubbles? Spray them. And they will eventually burst and produce bubbles. Those bubbles, if you touch them, will restore you a unit of life as if you'd got a coin. There are coins all around this place as well, so that's kind of worth knowing. But yeah, like, if I touch one of these bubbles... Or not. Okay, there we go, there we go. Anyway, as we approach Eely-Mouth, he spins... And then he comes straight at you. And your goal, because of the name title Eely-Mouth Dentist, Eely-Mouth's Dentist, is to clean all his teeth. You can switch to the water nozzle, like the squirt nozzle for doing this, but I find the easiest way to do it is essentially hover over each one of his teeth and give it kind of short, controlled bursts from the kind of hover nozzle. He's trying to suck me in here, so of course if you get sucked in there, he brings you into his gob and deals you a lot of damage, because of course I'm taking constant damage from being underwater, basically. But I should be able to polish him off relatively quickly to the point where if you sort out Eely-Mouth quickly, drowning isn't really a concern in this level because you will kill him before you actually run out of life. But as I say, he's constantly emitting these purple bubbles, which emit non-purple bubbles when destroyed, so you can actually kind of breathe off them. I've smashed one there, but oh, I'm not going to be able to quite get it in time. Anyway, I've only got 2. Ooh dear, we're actually running out of life here. I'll wait until I'm on 2 before going over to get some things. Okay, he's only got 1 more tooth left, but I'm actually going to go and heal for a bit because I'm running quite considerably low on life. And I don't want to die because we're already 22 minutes into the episode, which is beyond the 20-minute limit I set myself in my head. So I said limit instead of limit there, but hopefully you'll forgive me that. Anyway, that's us healed up to full again, essentially. And he's about to come out of the ground again. And there are a couple more teeth left. One of his teeth is gold. It doesn't do anything particularly. It's just noticeable. He's just... I guess that's just part of his charm. Some of the teeth as well, when you clean them, actually fall out, which is evidence of a pretty intense cavity. But 1 more to go, which I'm pretty much over, so the moment he comes up, that is going to be mine. Also, he's got 4 eyes, which is really cool. Eels in real life don't have that. But he looks more like a combination of real life eels and the eels. Are they called Flotsam and Jetsam? The ones in the Little Mermaid? He's got that kind of look to him. And I'm dying again already. If you don't watch a life meter, it is surprisingly easy to, like, die of actual, like, death in this level. Die of death. Good one. Fuck it. Let's finish him now. Okay, we're not going to finish him. Bollocks. Bollocks. Let's go over and get some coins, like, now. Oh, shit. I'm going to die. I'm totally going to die. Oh, we're okay, just. I made some unusual sounds, but we did survive, certainly. When you're actually on the floor, you can scoot along really quickly like that by getting like blasts of flood, but is he still gob out? He is, but I'm going to heal a bit more. I really don't want to die again during... I say die again, I haven't died, but get that close. I don't ever want to come that close to death again during this boss fight, so he's currently in... Oh no, is he out? I can't really tell. There, that's him, he's out. Okay, we're not at full health, but I guess what I'll have to do is... He's got eyebrows! Eels in real life also definitely don't have eyebrows. Anyway, that should be him... Oh, fuck it. No, don't close on me! Okay, we technically got swallowed by him, but we also technically beat him in the same maneuver. What's the camera doing? We're upside down. What the fuck's going on? Hello? Hey! Oh, his coins turned into a heart when you beat him. So, don't do that what I did, which is beat him and get swallowed by him at precisely the same moment, because then weird shit happens, as you saw. But hey, what's LPing for if not mildly breaking the game and having you lot watch? Anyway, that would be the Shine Sprite. And from now on, in future episodes of Noki Bay, the water is no longer polluted because we have literally solved that problem. But anyway, that's been 23 minutes, so thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Mario... I think it said Mario Party. It's not been Mario Party at all. It's been Mario Sunshine. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you join me next time for some more Mario Party Sunshine. I'm an idiot. See you around.